County. And on behalf of the commissioners, Forward Raven, our board, we just want to welcome you on behalf of our municipality. We welcome you and just thank you so much for being here. At this time, Commander Doug Wayne is going to come and they're going to present our colors, and then we will also have a pledge to our flag. So, Commander Wayne.
On behalf of the color guard, the Grant Ridge Color Guard, which is a combined color guard of American Legion in Rabun County, as well as Appalachian County, DFW in Rabun County, and Appalachian County, and Disabled American Veterans, Appalachian County, Rabun, and Stevens County. Commander, are you ready? Present the colors, please.
Present colors.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order colors. Post colors.
And at this time, I have the privilege of introducing my mayor, our mayor, the mayor of the city of Clayton, the Honorable Kurt Cannon. He will now come and read a proclamation for our designation, and with him will be Drew Ball of the Appalachian Trail Conservancy. So, Mayor Cannon, please welcome.
Welcome here today, and we'll let Drew start off with this proclamation, and then I'll say a few words and do a couple of presentations right at the end of it.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, whereas the Proclamation, Clayton, Georgia, Appalachian Trail Community. Whereas the Appalachian Trail founder, Benton McKay's 1921 vision of the 2,190 plus mile AT included opportunities for recreation, recuperation, and employment through a series of recreational communities throughout the Appalachian chain to be connected by a walking trail. And whereas communities along the AT are important partners for the sustainability of the trail and its greenway, for an estimated 4 million plus visitors to the trail yearly. And whereas Appalachian National Scenic Trail walking, adventures, overlooks, and primitive areas present opportunities to attract visitors from around the world to Clayton, Georgia's newest AT community.
And whereas this designation will enhance Clayton and Rabun County's economic development, engage Clayton citizens as stewards of the trail, and help community members see the AT as a resource and asset. And whereas Clayton is now recognized and designated as an Appalachian Trail community, an official designation conferred by the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, and desires to continue its efforts to support the AT and its community effort. And now, therefore, I, Mayor Kurt Cannon, do hereby proclaim that Clayton accepts the designation as an Appalachian Trail community and urges its citizens to support the AT through appropriate programs, activities, events, and ceremonies. Also want to do a couple of presentations, and before I do that, I just want to say that we really appreciate the opportunity of Clayton becoming a partner with the Appalachian Trail. And we want to make sure that we take advantage of every opportunity we can to help make that better and to help service all the people that are coming here from the trail, whatever their needs may be while they're here and passing through, and hopefully that we make a good enough impression on them that they come back with their whole family and visit and stay with us again. So we really appreciate that opportunity, and we want input from the community and from the trail community how we can better serve those people as they come through. At this time, I want to present something to Rick Story for the Chamber of this proclamation. And And also to, where's Bill? Here's Bill. Also for your story, Outdoor 76. Ever since I was elected and before that, I would go in the store and Bill's been talking to us about this today. And then I go in there recently and he showed me all the signatures on the banner of all the people that have come in since the first of the year because of this designation. It makes a huge impact in our community, and we really appreciate having partners in our community and in our business is in our community that will work to make our whole community better. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Mayor Cannon, and this is beautiful. I can promise you we will display this proudly in our Welcome Center for all to see. And by the way, if you haven't had a chance to visit our Welcome Center, please do. We would love to have you anytime. We never were able to have our grand opening because of good old COVID, but now that's gone. So come on down anytime and you will see this proudly displayed there. Thank you again for that, Mayor Cannon. At this time, I will introduce a gentleman who really needs no introduction. He does a fantastic job. He is my boss. He is my friend. He does a great job for us all. And you all know Darren Giles, our county administrator. And Darren, come on up and let's give him a big welcome.
I'll try to keep this less than an hour. First of all, I want to thank Cricket and the CMBA for putting this on. It's pretty cool. I want to get this right. It's a pretty cool ceremony designating Rabun County as the 6th Georgia destination city for the Appalachian Trail. For most of you who don't know me, I am Darren Giles. I'm the county administrator here in Rabun County, and on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, it is my honor to welcome you to Rabun County. I was born in Rabun County. There's several people here that I see that were born in Rabun County, went to school here. It's a great place to live. I'm very passionate about it. I'm going to give a few things that you probably know, some of you might not know, that Rabun County is the northeasternmost county in the state of Georgia. It borders 2 different states, North Carolina and South Carolina. It has a total of 377 square miles of land, which is 60% to 70% national forest, and another percentage, maybe 20%, is Georgia power. And I see Ryan back there. We thank the U.S. Forest Service and partner with them on a lot of things that we do. There's 6 cities in Rabun County: Blue Falls, Tiger, Clayton, Mountain City, Dillard, and Sky Valley. 3 state parks. We have Toledo Gorge, Moccasin Creek, and Black Rock Mountain State Park. We also have I don't know if any of you knew this, but we have a continental divide near Mountain City. And for most of you that know what a continental divide, water either flows the other direction instead of flowing. That goes north. In Mountain City, that water flows north, and everything else flows south into the Savannah River Basin. So, there are 8 mountain peaks above 4,000 feet. Rabun Ball being the highest at 4,696 foot. So we have an average, and another thing is, most of you know, we have an average rainfall of over 70 inches a year. Been a little dry this summer, but for most of the time we're like a rainforest here. So we have 3 major lakes: Lake Burton, Lake Rabun, and Lake C, which were created by Georgia Power to generate power for the city of Atlanta. You can raft on the Chattooga, or you can fish on the Toledo River on the western part of our county. It's also the home of Foxfire. Many of you know Foxfire. You can go to foxfire.org and find out more about those guys. You can also go to Explore Rabun to find out where to stay, eat, explore Rabun County, and find out more about our bicentennial. We had a bicentennial just a couple of years back, which I know Dr. Arbeiter was a big part of that, and that was a pretty cool thing. And then also, to get back to where we are today, we have several hiking trails, several several waterfalls that you can hike to, a lot of things and a lot of places you can do. And you have the Appalachian Trail, just on the Warland side, and you also have the Appalachian Trail, which is why we're here today. That in Hiawassee, coming over from Hiawassee Gap right there, and I might be wrong on this, and you guys can help me, but I think there's maybe approximately 8-something miles in Rabun County. Is that correct? I don't know, Ryan. I don't know if anybody knows. I was trying to Google that, but I couldn't figure out. Really, this crazy that I'm a county administrator. I don't know the actual length of the AT here in Rabun County.
Just make it out there.
Good deal. This year, my brother-in-law had asked me to do a section of the Appalachian Trail, and we didn't get to do that. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional on Saturday, but there were some reasons that we needed to do that. But anyway, the Appalachian Trail and this designation is very important to Rabun County. We thank you for being here and enjoy your time in Rabun County.
Thank you, Darren, and we appreciate that. And man, if there's not a reason to get emotional about Rabun County, what can you get emotional about? And we know we're blessed, and this designation will allow us to share to a greater extent all of these natural resource offerings and all these blessings that we've been given. So thank you again for that. I appreciate it. And certainly next, I have the pleasure of introducing my colleague, Dr. Mickey Duvall. Mickey joined us at Forward Rabun just a few months ago and has really done a great job, hit the ground running. Such a great addition to our team. And Mickey's going to come down and make some remarks. But please join me in welcoming Dr. Mickey Duvall.
Rick, thank you so much. It's an honor to be here today. One thing I'm finding out about Rick as I came on board is I believe he's kin to everybody in Rabun County. And I tell you what, he's such a great person to be with and work for at Forward Rabun. And just want to say this, that on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Chamber of Commerce and also at Forward Rabun Board of Directors, we're so honored to receive this designation, Appalachian Trail. We think it's going to be great for all the businesses. It's something we can all get excited about, isn't it? Since January, we've had almost 60 businesses, good solid businesses, join the Chamber of Commerce as we move forward in Forward Rabun. And as we move the community forward, we're looking for more. So if you hadn't joined, you come see me at the Welcome Center, we'll get you signed up. Or we'll get you signed up before I leave today. But I do want to say this, it's such a great honor to be here and work for Forward Rabun Chamber with all the people. I think one of the greatest assets, and I grew up in these mountains, if you can't tell by my accent, but one of the greatest things that we have, one of the greatest attributes we have as mountain people is the hospitality that we have, the camaraderie we feel, and the hospitality we give to our visitors. So as we band together, as we start to expand and move out and form successes for the community, I think the Appalachian Trail is going to be one of the key linchpins that opens this thing up for us. Thank you so much, and look forward to meeting everyone.
I want to introduce to you a gentleman who, here again, really needs no introduction, but I can certainly tell you this would not have happened without him. I really enjoyed working with him through the very tedious at times and laborious process of making our application for this designation. We worked hand in hand and side by side and had some early morning Zoom meetings, some late night committee meetings, but it came together and could not do without him. Mr. Corey McCall at Outdoor 76. Thank you for originating this. Thank you for all of your success.
My name's Corey from Outdoor 76. You guys saw the big goofy guy back there that came and got the proclamation. Bill, raise your hand back there. So this is an honor to be here. This is something that Bill and I have worked with Rick on for a long time. And we're very, very thankful that this has finally come to fruition. COVID definitely threw a little bit of a wrench in this. There were a lot of meetings that happened over Zoom. It slowed the process down quite a bit. And I tell you, this is, Rabun County has a lot of special individuals in leadership positions, and we witnessed it firsthand. And I want to give a special thanks to certain individuals that helped through this process. Number one was Rick. And we had CJ and Cricket. And there's a number of individuals that are part of the last 3 or 4 months through this, organizing this event today. And it is a really special thing for the city of Clayton and Rabun County. And I'm very thankful to finally see that this has happened. We have already seen a huge influx of hikers and really been able to meet a lot of great people here. We have a shop up in Franklin, and I would say probably this year we saw close to 2,000, if not more, hikers that came through our shop there. We probably saw 400 or 500 hikers that came through our Clayton location. And it's wonderful. It's a great opportunity for folks here in the community, number one, to meet some incredible individuals on their journey. And this is a great opportunity to show hospitality to individuals as they come through the community. I'm going to lead with one story of a hiker this year that I think speaks volumes to the community and the individuals that are here and how they treat one another. We had a guy that came in, had just gotten out of the service and was deciding to do a hike, and he had his dog with him. He came into our shop, got some supplies, and then he headed over to Ingles to go get some food. And he was sitting out in front of Ingles, and this lady came up to him and she tried to give him $20. And he just kind of looked at her a little bit funny, and he said, "No, ma'am, I can't. I don't need that." And she goes, "No, I want you to take it." And he said, "Ma'am, I don't need that. I'm hiking the Appalachian Trail." And she looked at him and said, "You're hiking what?" And so he explained to her about how he was hiking the Appalachian Trail and where it started and where it ended. And they really struck it off. But I think that speaks volumes for the hospitality and how here in Rabun County the folks want to take care of one another. And I think that you guys are going to see over the years that the number of people that come through this community are going to be exposed to something great. So thank you guys for all being here. Again, thank you to Rick for putting in the time and the energy. Thank you for Drew, ATC, GATC. This took a lot of effort on a lot of parts. We are a small cog in a big gear that just made this happen. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Corey. And Bill, Bill back there. Bill waved to everybody. That's Bill. And at this time, we've got something really cool to show you. We have a really neat sign that we're going to proudly display, designating us as who we are, the newest Appalachian Trail community. Before we do that, I just want to take just a moment of personal privilege, as we say, and really just thank some people. And I'm not going to take all day, I promise. I do want to name them one by one, and I'll go quick, because these folks have done so much, and they have been so supportive in every way. And of course, first of all, my folks from Forward Rabun, Caroline, CJ, Linda's not here, Mickey is there. Just thank y'all for, Lord have mercy, putting up with me every day. And thank you for everything that y'all have done. Cricket Workheiser, you have worked so hard to pull this together and make it happen. We appreciate you and appreciate all that you've done. Thank you. I want to thank the Clayton Merchants and Business Association, Dana with Holistic Mountain Markets, and all of our volunteers and exhibitors. You guys came out and took your Saturday to be part of what we're doing and to be with us, and just thank you for that. Thank you for being willing to spend that time with us on Saturday. The Tallulah River Band, my goodness, I'm going to hush so they can play here in a minute, but thank you guys for doing that. Shady Creek Expeditions, our Keep Rabun Beach Resort. Of course, we mentioned the Welcome Center, Outdoor 76, my goodness, Merrill Shoes, Jack Blake's Flag Art, GATC, Georgia Forest Watch, Leave No Trace, the Clayton Cafe, Walmart, and all of the Appalachian Trail enthusiasts. We certainly would not be here without you, so thank y'all again for all you've done and for all your support. Give yourselves one more hand. And last but not least, we've got an amazing sign. I can't wait for y'all to see it. And Drew and Corey come back up, and we're going to do an official presentation of this sign. Actually, will say some things and conclude our meeting today, but thank y'all again for everything.
How's everybody doing today? Good. We have a lot of reasons to celebrate today. We are very excited. My name is Drew Ball. I'm the Southern Regional Director. On behalf of the Appalachian Trail Conservancy and our thousands of members, I'm pleased to be here welcoming Clayton as the newest Appalachian Trail community. Y'all give yourself a round of applause. I'd also like to introduce a couple more leaders from the Appalachian Trail Conservancy. Sarah Adams is our regional manager. Representing south of Montana down to the First Trail. And Sarah is a Northern Georgia, grew up here in Northern Georgia, in Galaga, so I know that this designation means a lot to her as well. Cassidy, who is critical to our landscape partnership work. And someone who couldn't be here today, Ashley Irons, works really closely with this program. She was unable to be here today, but I know that she put a lot of work into this. The Appalachian Trail is known worldwide. It's one of the longest footpaths in the world. Each year, more than 3 million people step foot on the AT. A small fraction of those folks attempt to walk the entirety of the nearly 2,200 miles of the trail. But the reality is that most people out on the AT are just getting out for a long section hike for a few days, or maybe day hiking with family and friends, creating lasting memories, reconnecting with nature. Care for the AT rests upon a unique partnership that places a world-renowned stretch of public land into the hands of the communities it passes through. Along the trail, every single mile of the AT is cared for by a maintaining club. These clubs are made up of volunteers who serve as the primary caretakers of the Appalachian Trail. There are 30 clubs along the trail, and these clubs are coordinated through the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, and more than 6,000 volunteers who fill their ranks are the Treadway's primary caretakers. Here in Georgia, the Georgia Appalachian Trail Club, or GATC as they're known, is the front line of care and management of the Appalachian Trail. I see that President Don Converse is here. Everybody give for Don. Are there other members as well? Joe, we've got a number of GATC members here. Please raise your hand if you're a GATC volunteer. Please give it up to yourself. The trail crosses 4 units of the National Park System, 14 states, national forests, state parks, hundreds of counties, towns, and even private lands. Its management and care is no easy task, and that is exactly why the Appalachian Trail Conservancy needs partners like Clayton and Rabun County. ATC launched the Appalachian Trail Community Program in 2010 to recognize and more formally partner with communities along the trail, providing AT support through stewardship, protection, and growing outdoor recreation economies. The program serves to support regional collaboration and foster a network of communities that recognize the trail as a special asset that can be utilized to promote what makes them special to people across the world. And at this time, the program is designed to encourage and support those same communities as we strive to protect the trail, its surrounding lands, our Appalachian cultural heritage, and the experience it makes the Appalachian Trail a national treasure. Becoming an Appalachian Trail community means that Clayton and Rabun County will now be part of a world-renowned resource that stretches across 14 states, from Mount Katahdin in Maine to Springer Mountain right here in Georgia. This designation further cements the reputation of Clayton and Rabun County as a welcoming place for spike for long-distance hikers, as an iconic iconic gateway to the outdoors for recreation enthusiasts. And these new partnerships will increase responsible stewardship of public lands, strengthen community-based initiatives for sustainable economic development, and support healthy lifestyles for residents. But I want to step back just a little bit, only about 100 years, because the story of the Appalachian Trail began in 1921 with a vision that was quite novel at the time. A gentleman by the name of Benton Mackay published his vision for the Appalachian Trail in the Journal of American Institute of Architects in 1921. In this article, he set forth the idea of a narrow, simple, continuous, protected greenway running the length of the Appalachian Mountains. While the story that unfolds from Mackay's original vision is about the internationally renowned 2,190-mile footpath, it's also about the gateway, trailside communities that the trail passes near or through, which are intrinsically linked to the Appalachian Trail. Benton's vision wasn't just a regional plan for a footpath, it was a revolutionary call for a reawakening of civic engagement. and social collaboration here in America. In his vision, Benton Mackay saw the importance of community and civic engagement to the trail's success, noting, and I'm quoting from that 1921 article, "People seem to be more interested in something which they do themselves than in what someone else does for them." He saw the trail as something that would, quote, grow and ripen, rather than suddenly be created by outside forces. That is what Clayton is doing today, taking responsibility for that stewardship and protecting the trail's legacy. The protection here of the Appalachian Trail is something we must continuously strive for, especially as new development and new challenges like climate change threaten the treadway. That continued effort, that ripening of the trail is exactly what Clayton is doing. So by joining the Appalachian Trail Community Network, Clayton is doing its part as a welcoming community for all. In the 20s and 30s, it took mostly volunteers the better part of a decade to physically do the hard labor of building the trail. Enlisting FDR's Civilian Conservation Corps towards the later part of that, they were able to finish the final remote stretches of the AT, connecting it to the footpath in 1937. It took several more decades to acquire the land and protect the surrounding corridor of the trail. And now we're moving into the next era of the trail's evolution, an era that Clayton will be part of. We aim for this era to be characterized by trail stewardship, community and youth engagement, and that the dynamic larger landscape conservation planning needed to protect the Appalachian Trail corridor for the next 100 years. So today we celebrate the official designation as Clayton's as the 51st community in the network, all the hard work of volunteers and community leaders that made this possible, and a big thanks to Mayor Kirk Hinn, town staff, Trudy, all of her staff, all the strong supporters that made this possible. Rick, thank you for all your work. Outdoor 76, thank you, Corey, thank you, Bill. For the businesses who would like to show your support, please come talk to me or Sarah afterwards. We have decals, we have signs you can put up to show that you are part of this initiative. And lastly, the number of partnerships over the last 100 years that have made Benton Mackay's vision of the Appalachian Trail a reality are really too numerous to count. But today we recognize and celebrate those partnerships, particularly the special partnership that exists and will continue to flourish here between Clayton, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, Georgia Appalachian Trail Club, other AT communities here in Georgia and all along the trail, the Chattahoochee County National Forest, thank you all so much for all your work, Amapola State Park, and the many, many visitors who enjoy the trail in this community. We are thrilled to have Clayton become the 51st Appalachian Trail community. Congratulations, everybody.
I also think we have Martha. Yes, Martha from Senator Raphael Warnock's office. Martha, do you mind coming up and joining me? We wanted to thank you for coming, and I know that was a long trip for you on a Saturday. Just thank you for being here. We appreciate it. This is a great day for us as Georgia's newest AT community, and certainly anything you would like to say, we welcome that.
I just I came in more so, thank you for extending the invitation to our office. We are big supporters, and continuing that effort, I am here to get to know more about the community as a whole, and so I really appreciate on a Saturday morning, here we are, and anything that you may need from our office, please feel free to reach out to me directly, and of course, we continue to support you as a whole in the community. And congratulations.
Thank you, Martha, and again, thank you for coming. I'm a former congressional aide, and I know how hard it is to get around, especially in an election year, to everything. And I was never on the Senate side. They never let me cross over. They kept me in the House, which is probably a good thing. But I know your schedule and the demands of that schedule, so thank you for being here with us. And again, thank all of you. This has been a great morning, and we just appreciate y'all, appreciate the support. And I don't know, I'm just daily thankful that I live in a community like ours and that I live with people like each of you. It is a blessing and it's a privilege, and we appreciate you. And please enjoy the cake and cookies and the hot dogs and have a great rest of the weekend.